Today, Guru will talk more about the spiritual life of monastic monks, disciples, and predestined sentient beings of different jobs at different employment institutions and from various social classes. These beings have come to Guru for numerous lives. Their pure devoutness has led them to Ruma to practice spiritually, which is an excellent thing. Ruma would like to share with the audience here, with those who have been initiated into light and sound meditation or have not been initiated yet, and with the monastic practitioners. They all keep searching for the holy light and sound meditation I have been preaching worldwide. It is advisable that what I have been introducing about this method is just the form. It does not necessarily mean that when someone practices this meditation method, he will indeed become Buddha. It mainly depends on this person's spiritual background, his merit and sincerity. Well, let me share a few things from my sincere heart, within my understanding and knowledge. You have already arrived here, which is incredibly good. Annually, thousands of light and sound disciples worldwide come to Ruma's different meditation centers and join Ruma's 7-day meditation retreat. They meditate together to improve their spiritual practice. This is greatly important and beneficial to their spiritual life. Living beings' habits reside in their mind, including Buddha's mind, demon's mind, human's mind. This human's mind always focuses on external activities. Sentient beings are likely to be extroverts. None of them seem to direct inward. Ruma keeps reminding you of this meditation, bringing it to you, facilitating you to turn inwards when practicing spiritually. The liberation Dharma I have been spreading. Sentient beings worldwide have delightedly gathered here. Visible and invisible beings are listening to my teaching. How beneficial in human enlightenment of the eternal truth. I'm happy for today's generation. My lecture tour of True Dharma for Humanity Saving is about to end. Mandalay is the final destination in this propagandizing trip. Though I will leave this land in the next few days, my love will stay here. I am so happy for humankind these days, for they're realizing thousands of years truth the world honored one left behind. I have sown seeds on this land. The seedlings will surely grow, blossom, and bear fruits. Sentient beings worldwide have gathered here. The golden enlightenment light of this life has radiated this place. Sentient beings share with one another. They are devoted to come and listen to my lectures. I enlighten and initiate humanity, which illuminates their wisdom. The entire cosmos is filled with the chants and the sacred sounds of the saints. Congratulations to sentient beings helping each other get on the boat of wisdom. I will surely bring them back to heaven. Throughout one's whole life, a man does not seem to try to understand what is going on inside of him. More precisely, he is almost unaware of a beautiful, sacred, spiritual world within him. As a result, he just looks onward. This habit is not good indeed. It does bring countless difficulties to human life. The inner light and sound meditation method will surely help a man become more aware of what is happening within him. A human's inner realm is exceptionally critical compared to what is occurring in the outside world. when one's internal focus is targeted. Numerous benefits are inevitably apparent. He will surely stay at peace. However, beings' mind tend to prefer directing outside, resulting in their confusion and delusion. Consequently, instability and suffering keep attaching to them. Inner light and sound meditation method will guide a person onto the path of the eternal bliss. When realizing one's inner infinite spiritual power and true inner nature, he will achieve true internal peace. Why do people always face hardships in their lives? The reason is that they tend to be extroverted. They suffer from hearing rumors and gossip around them daily and are more prone to act under the inducement of jealousy, selfishness, and negative desire. I am Ruma, who keeps explaining to you for your perception that the cause of humanity's sufferings comes from the outside world. Actually, the true inner self never suffers. One's true inner self is filled with the infinite spiritual power of endless peace and bliss. It is the smoothness, the simplicity, and purity from the universe. It is the brilliant wisdom, something highly magnificent and incredibly pure, similar to the innocence of a newly born baby. Humanity has always been attached to different outside things. They are always clinging to their family life with the possessive thought of either their wife or their husband. They always want their soulmate to be perfect, to be possessed by them. This negative desire and possessiveness cause their life suffering. Human life is full of tragedies and tragic comedies. Some are crying, and others are laughing. Whether they are sad or happy, their emotional feelings will soon fade. Whether human life is of much happiness or life joyfulness, those are just tragic comedies. Beings unaware of the eternal truth shared by any enlightened master causes countless suffering to humans' life. Those who have entered the path of meditation always know how to turn inward into their inner holy temple, where the power of inner peace and bliss resides. Always feel incredibly peaceful and happy. Humankind should adjust their habits of extroversion to the inward behavior. A single slight adjustment will turn a man's life around. He will immediately feel peaceful while practicing holy sound meditation. Meditation will facilitate one's daily life activities effectively and successfully. In the human world, fathers and mothers keep clinging to their children. It is an attachment of affection, but in fact, it is also an outward form. Beings hardly know how to turn inward to enjoy a peaceful life. Instead, they seem to be strongly willing to obtain the personally intentional perfectness of whatever they do or belong to them and desire to grasp it. In most cases, people are likely to blame the outside incidences rather than realize their sufferings' direct and subjective causes. Therefore, throughout their whole lives, any earthly sentient being himself carries a burden on his shoulder. He has been creating his own misery. The most serious mistake made by almost all sentient beings is that they direct all their senses outward. As a result, they have wasted the wisdom of their inner life for countless lifetimes. Once a person spends some time sitting down for the peaceful meditation Ruma has introduced, Ruma is certain that his life will never face instability. even during the pandemic or wartime. If one is well aware of turning inward, he will receive this inner peace and bliss thanks to his infinite inner tremendous spiritual power. Firstly, a man should turn inward to feel the peaceful and blissful energy that resides in anyone's inner presence. Then, once a person stays deep inside the holy sound meditation, the inner melodious sound will make him very peaceful. The liberation Dharma has been flowing in the human world. May predestined kind-hearted ones to preserve it. The life of liberation is available. The true Dharma has been restored. May human beings not neglect it. In this life, I am devoted to offering the true Dharma to whoever sincerely prays to obtain it. Ruma will wholeheartedly bestow the miraculous initiation upon predestined beings and take upon their karmic sufferings. To end earthly people's misery, Almighty God will widely open the liberation path. Ruma is determined to transform their karma constantly to end earthly humans' torment and to guide them to inner true happiness, to facilitate their life to be fully covered with merits and no more any suffering. Earthly sentient beings acquire the true Dharma thanks to Almighty God's compassion light. I have traveled worldwide, preaching the inner light and sound meditation method, reminding sentient beings to turn inwards and listen to the infinite spiritual power of Almighty God's sacred sound. This power neutralizes any human sorrow or suffering. It even cures any external physical human ailments and ignorance alike. I am well aware that it is challenging for a man to change his thinking habits initially. How can beings change themselves to sit down for meditation, and how can they change their eating habits to go vegans? How can a leader wisely realize that authority power may control himself? Avoiding the unwise dictatorial and imposing manner leads him to his peaceful inner world. Unfortunately, this is not easy because when an authorized man desires for power becomes true, he does not tend to remember the noble things inside. Human authorities deeply sank him in earthly miserable pitfalls. It is not as hard as people may think when one humbly sits down for meditation with the inner light and sound method. Anyone can do this. So can even a 6-year-old child. Once a person has achieved the infinite spiritual power of meditation, any cruelty of worldly powers or negative power cannot defeat his courage and lead him to the sufferings. It is me, Ruma, who is determined to advise that everyone should turn inwards and try their hands at practicing the inner light and sound meditation method with the available flow of sacred sound within them. Then they will be able to change their entire inner world, and they will undoubtedly be able to correct their unhelpful habits. However, to change the world, beings have to change themselves first. Walking onto the golden path, anyone has his inherent compassion. Ruma prays for them to achieve sacred spiritual practice. Whoever possesses a kind-hearted desire to do the cultivation of one-life liberation, Ruma indeed prays for them to access Almighty God's sacred sound. Ruma also prays to Lord Buddha to be happy to forgive, and to bestow a way out of the samsara cycle of earthly sufferings upon humans. I also pray for the awakeness of the enlightenment of sentient beings. Inside them resides a cup of pure water within the earthly world. The cup of pure water is dried up and displaced by human karma. I pray for the vast ocean to refill these cups of water. Later on, the earthly evils will no longer dry up this cup of pure water. May humankind be sincerely reverent towards Almighty God on high. Then, their infinite sins will all turn to nothing. Once sentient beings wholeheartedly turn toward Almighty God's sacred sound, their countless sins will be washed away by Ruma's holy sound. Sentient beings, humanity in the mundane world is in danger. So, it is high time they wake up. I have traveled all over India and the world alike to search and learn about different ways of spiritual practices. I have encountered countless troubles when I am spreading true Dharma to save humans' lives. My previous spiritual masters asked me why I do not preach true Dharma they have taught me once I am their disciple. Actually, though I have gone to many destinations to study and have learned about many things there, I keep looking inwards to understand the outside and inside world better. One's inner spiritual meditation is an inconceivable power. This power can cure various diseases, cleanse beings' sorrow and sufferings. However, numerous challenges and obstacles that are likely to pull a man down during his life journey are awaiting for him. Therefore, one should never look outside to escape this karmic hardship and walk onto a smoother path. Consequently, beings find it easier to be at peace though their current way stays karmatically rugged and tough. One should look inward and keep thinking positively. Do not worry. Maintain patient steps on the chosen meditation path to be protected by the inner spiritual power. Anyone's attention is not enormously critical. Stay introvertedly focused despite the outside hardships. Inside oneself resides an immense world that is exceptionally pure. One should protect himself by turning inward. Therefore, keep observing, contemplating himself via inner light and sound meditation. Ruma has been practicing this method since I was 16 years old. Although I have traveled worldwide and have been observing external suffering, I continue turning inward using this meditation method to realize the cause of all suffering and better myself. Without looking inward, a man will never escape his deadlock. The 21st century is the era of technological science. Human life is becoming harder and harder mentally. Material affluence brings much suffering to humanity if people are not well aware of looking inward and finding peace for the soul. A survey can be taken for the realization of this fact. It is certain that if it is not 100, 99% of the informants are likely to be extroverted. If so, how can this human world achieve peace and happiness? I grant this inner light and sound meditation method to people. This infinite spiritual power of peace resides naturally within one. Therefore, turn inward, stay focused inward, and listen to the external truth via the power of the inner holy sound. A person can only escape life's misery once listening to the melodious sound and immersing himself into the inner extremely bright light. When one knows how to look inward, he will develop his omnipotent power. Therefore, do not look at the human world's disorder. I know it will be hard at the beginning stages. However, the patience of spiritual practice creates one's perfectness in this lifetime. Human life is so short. Thus, one should not commit bad karma. If a person wishes to generate his spiritual merit, he should practice spirituality with the enlightened master. The world of abundant prosperity is only a temporary world. At the end of this lifetime, go to the world of liberation with the enlightened master. Once again, I am Ruma, who is sending to you the wishes of sacred peace and happiness from the universe, Ruma, and within yourself. All the best wishes from Ruma's heart, representing humans' holy hearts.